What's going on, guys? This is Ali here, and today I've got something a bit different for you. This is actually like an advice video. On the screen right now you're going to be watching some designs that I'm doing for an application for iOS and Android, and it's a first aid application for children, so that when they get into emergency situations in their own home, they know how to act in the different situations, so that they can take care of themselves and others. So hopefully this will be on the App Store within the next year or so, but for now I'm just putting up the sort of progress of what I've done for you guys to see. But the main sort of point of this video is that I want to talk about whether all of this stuff is a waste of time, whether design on YouTube is a waste of time, whether designing within our community is a waste of time, because I receive lots and lots of messages every week from people saying, Ali, I'm thinking of sort of coming into the community, is it even worth my time? Is there any point me uploading videos to YouTube? Do people even watch design videos and all this stuff? And I really want to kind of stress this hugely, that it is 100% designing within our community and on YouTube. It will help you. Categorically 100% it's going to help you. And the main reason for this is because no matter what you do in life, in design, within sort of any sort of area of life, but obviously we're gonna focus on the community as a start, but every single minute you put into designing, you are getting better and you're learning. You learn new techniques, you learn new sort of skills, you learn different how to use different tools within Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, all of these different programs. And so when you're designing within our community, when for example, if you're working for a team and you get asked by a team member, could you design me something quick for a video? Could you design me a thumbnail? Could you design me an overlay? You putting the time in to make that overlay and to make that thumbnail is worth it, because no matter how many minutes you put into a design, you are always picking up new things, and you're going to be making lots of like happy mistakes, which are when you actually sort of make an error but it actually turns out to be better, and you can learn new techniques and things just by making mistakes, as well as obviously making straight up designs. And if you keep pushing yourself, you are going to achieve, and you're going to educate yourself in design. Doing speed arts as well, especially on YouTube, is hugely beneficial because you get so much feedback from everyone in our community. We're all very nice guys. I think that if you're polite to others, they'll be polite back, and so you can genuinely get some awesome feedback from some incredible designers within our community. Every single person out there has the potential to be great in this community. It's just you need to put the time in. I want to also stress that YouTube, design on YouTube and design within this community has actually changed my life, and I'm going to go into that now. So I used to go to school back, well, it's quite a few years ago now, and I won an award for being the best artist in year 6, which meant that I was 12 years old. From there I realised that I wanted to become an artist, and so I moved into looking at digital work, and in my college I was doing 3D product design. And from here, I thought maybe I'll make a YouTube channel and post some of my designs on there. Maybe I'll make a portfolio online and I'll put some of my designs in and see kind of what feedback I get. And so I did, and that's when I joined this community. And being part of this community 100% solidified the fact that I wanted to do digital design. It's like, I created this YouTube channel just for my own sort of enjoyment, and then I started getting subscribers and I started getting people watching my work, and then I realised that actually this could grow into something, and so I kept pushing and I kept uploading, and it then led to me using my YouTube channel as one of the main focal points of my university interviews. So when I went for interviews to join universities, we sat down and talked about my YouTube channel, and I was talking to people who I'd never met before about my YouTube channel and all the videos that I've been uploading and stuff, and all of everything to do with our community. And it was crazy because I thought that it was just something that I was doing for me personally, but it's actually led to me achieving what I want to in my life, which well, at the time, which was to go to design university. And so now I'm on the exact course that I want to be doing at uni because of YouTube, because YouTube and being partnered with Machinima was hugely interesting to the university, and they really love the fact that people do design outside of the sort of classroom. And that's one thing within interviews and things. When you go to apply for university and college, they're going to love to hear that you do something away from design within a classroom, that you actually take the time in your own sort of personal time to do designs. And having YouTube as sort of evidence of that is incredibly beneficial. And I think that like everyone should make a YouTube channel. If you're watching this video now and you're a designer, just make a YouTube channel and just record some designs here and there and post them, because you can really benefit hugely from it. And there are many people within our community who you've probably heard of who have become very successful because of all of this stuff as well. Nikan, for example, has just been accepted into Full Sail University, which is, I think it's the 3rd best university in the world for digital design. Drone is applying at that uni with all of his YouTube stuff. Jess Hartley, she's 16 and she's already got a design apprenticeship, and all of the skills that she learned have come from her starting within this YouTube scene and within our community. Ross Norman, who is in the Dare Arts, he's just been accepted into one of the top universities in the UK for graphic design. And there's a few other guys as well from this community who are actually joining my university this year for digital advertising, for graphic design, and they've all learnt their skills from YouTube and from this community. And I think that's crazy to think that we've sat down and because of all this we've actually gain skills that are going to help us within our life forever, and we're not going to forget the skills, because when it comes to Photoshop and stuff, if you put the hours in, you can learn it. And putting those hours in, obviously it is time consuming, it takes up hours, but you actually will, once you've learned them, or learned the skills, you've picked up the techniques and things, you've got them for good. And doing all of this stuff on YouTube, it may seem fun and it may seem just like sort of like a part-time hobby that you just do alongside school, but it actually is, you're learning so much more than you think you are every time you open Photoshop. And it's been proven that all of the people that I speak to and stuff, and being accepted into universities and things, because of the skills they've learned from just their own free time, just using Photoshop for a bit of fun. So I think that's awesome. And I think that it can happen to all of you guys. So if you're watching this and you haven't got a YouTube channel, definitely open one up and start posting. Also, when it comes to our community, as I'm sure a lot of you know, it's dominated by different design teams, different sort of clans or organisations, and people think that designing for these teams and organisations is a complete waste of time, but it's really, really not. I mean, obviously, doing free work, a lot of people see that as a waste, but again, you're educating yourself, and one of the most important things that you're going to learn is how to adapt to please a client, because when it comes to working in the industry, your designs at the end of the day are going to be sold to a client who's buying them from you. They want to like the designs, and if they don't like them, they're not going to buy them. So this whole community teaches you to adapt to different situations and to different clients, so that you can present a final finished piece that they like and they want. And if you can get used to adapting to clients' needs, then you're going to be an awesome designer, because that's all it comes down to in the end. Clients want to like the designs that they buy from you, and if they do, you're going to get a job and you're going to be a great designer. And finally, just a quick opinion that I've got. When it comes to the whole design community, the editors and the gamers, I know that designers get talked down to a lot. We don't get appreciated or respected anywhere near as much as we should. A lot of people do respect and appreciate us, but a lot don't. At the end of the day, we're going to be receiving jobs. The majority of us will, if we keep at it, will get a job in design, and it will become very worthwhile. There are the exception of a few gamers who will be making good money from what they do, and editors as well. They can mould what they learn into getting a job, but I personally think that design is the most worthwhile field when it comes to our community. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to see some discussion there. Thank you very much for watching the whole video. If you have, a lot more coming. I've got an IRL video coming out shortly, so stay tuned, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you.